Now you can't finish the last set because your tweezers are bent. Hey y'all, it's Click for K. Thanks for clicking for me, and if you like what you see, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Also, make sure you follow me on all my other socials at Click for K on Instagram, Click for K with 2 Y's on TikTok, and Beauty Invasion _ for my business page on Instagram. This video, as you can see by the title, is all of the things that you'll need as a beginner lash tech to get started. And this is the first of many videos in a series that I've been honestly putting off for a very long time. These are the type of videos that I was watching back in 2019 when I was preparing to become a lash tech, and then also when I was preparing to become a lash tech, and then also pretty much throughout my lash journey. I also plan on adding other videos and adding other concepts and tips, things that I wish that I would have learned from those videos that I didn't have to learn from my own trial and error, just myself giving back, and then also to help me so I can pretty much, you know, record my own journey. But if it's anything that I missed or any videos that you want to see coming next, let me know, because I'm doing this Vlogmas thing, y'all. I'm not gonna do every single day, and every single day won't be lash videos, but I'm getting started. The first of many, y'all. If you are in the Metro Detroit area, I do in-person lash classes. I am in the process of working on a digital lash class, so that you can take it from anywhere in the world, of course. Yeah, it's getting there. If I have made it already, then you can check that link in the bio. If it's not in the bio yet, then that means I haven't yet finished it. I do plan on doing I've been thinking about doing a Zoom class before I get my actual digital class launched, so that way you can talk to me directly, and then I'll send lash supplies out to you like a week or so before the actual class starts, and then we'll all, you know, get on Zoom, and then I'll teach you that way. That way it's more personal. You could directly ask me questions and concerns and whatnot, and I can still watch you actually lash. So if that's something that you might be interested in, feel free to DM me on Instagram, or even comment under this video and let me know. Let's get into it. If you see me looking down at my book, I have a long list of supplies, so don't mind it. So first and foremost, you need a lash bed. Either a lash bed or a recliner. And I say lash bed first because, of course, a lash bed is cheaper, on the cheaper side. You can get one for about $100, maybe a little bit more now because inflation is crazy. Or you can get a recliner. So I have both in my suite now. I'm looking at them. I do waxes and facials now, so I use my table more for my waxes and facials, and then I do my recliner pretty much for all of my lash and brow services now. I get a lot of compliments on my recliner. People say it's much more comfortable. It's so easy to fall asleep. It's like you're laying down on a pillow. So if you're starting out, I do recommend getting a lash bed, but if you're able to splurge and spend that extra money, get the recliner. They'll love it. And then also, if you're lashing pregnant clients, it's much better to lash them on a recliner because they're not able to lay flat on their back for a long period of time. So again, the recliner definitely comes in handy. And then also with the lash bed, and if you want me to, I can do a video, but it's a certain way that you'll have to heighten the lash bed so that your back won't hurt. But with the recliner, it's pretty much like they're laying directly in your lap. The next thing you'll be needing, the next thing I would recommend getting is a ring light. That goes without saying. You definitely need a ring light, A, for your pictures, and B, so you can just see yourself lashing on your clients. And then I also want to say every single thing that I'm mentioning in this video will be linked in the bio from my Amazon storefront. So if you're interested, use my link if you want to, but I mean, why would you want to? I also utilize a clip-on LED light because the ring light can only, you know, cover so much space. So the LED clip-on just helps. The next thing you're gonna need, of course, is glue. I'm gonna do an in-depth video about how to pick the perfect glue for you, but for right now, I'm just gonna say glue. I started off using a Stacy Lash glue from Instagram. It works very well to start off with, but once you know better, you do better. And once you're doing more clients, you're gonna wanna use more quality products so that the lashes can last even longer on them. But for play and for practice, it's fine to use those on people, use it on people. But what I will say is the Amazon lash glues, you don't know how long they had it in storage, so you don't know if it's really fresh or if it's been on the shelves for a long time or what. So I would recommend using a higher end lash glue, but to start off, I'll just say lash glue, and we'll come back to that in another video. You also want a glue holder. One of the most important things is that you're keeping your glue airtight. Again, we're gonna cover that in another video, so I'm just gonna say glue holder. You also want to use lint-free glue wipes. To start off with, I recommend at least starting off with 4 tweezers. 2 of them should be used for your isolation, and the other 2 should be used for placing your lashes. So I would recommend using 2 curved tweezers. Those are the tweezers that I use for my isolation. I don't use straight tweezers. Some people prefer to use straight tweezers for isolation. I like to use curved tweezers. I would recommend the other tweezers that you'll be using are 2 volume tweezers. I recommend starting off with 4 because every lash tech know the worst thing that can happen when you're in the lash room is that you'll drop a tweezer, it'll bend, and you only got the 2 tweezers, your isolation, and then your regular tweezer, and now you can't finish the last set because your tweezers are bent. So you always want to have a backup set. So again, start off with 4 tweezers at least. Then you want to start off with your iPads. There's a variety of different iPads you can use. I'll put the kind that I use, of course, on the screen. I like to use this brand because for me it works very well as far as holding down the bottom lashes and just staying in place. You can't just depend on that iPad to lay down the bottom lashes. If you do, it's a possibility that if that person's eye begins to water, that the iPad will start to move around, and then now the bottom lashes are stuck to your top lashes. And of course, that's a problem. Nobody likes that. That's a harder thing to do at the end of the service. A longer day. So I use a specific lash tape. I like to use this lash tape because yes, it doesn't feel the best when it's pulled off of the person's lashes, but it's very, very, very sticky and it's very strong, but it's called sensitive tape. Again, it's on the screen. I like to use that because it ensures that the iPad does not move, even if the person's eyes water, even if they close their eyes pretty tight when they shouldn't do that. It keeps the iPad in place where I need it to be. Then you also want to have some scissors, like small cuticle scissors, just in case. You definitely want to have a fan at all times because you're using it before the service if you're doing the lash bath, which I recommend, and then you're using it after the service so that you can help the glue secure. And then sometimes if the client is having a problem during the service or their eyes are burning during the service, you want to be able to give them that fan. It's a few options as far as the fan you can use. I have a fan that can plug up to the charger port of a phone. I have a handheld fan, and I've also seen, which I plan to get at some point, the kind of fans that can wrap around your ring lights so that you can just press the button and then it's just fanning them automatically and you don't have to hold it at all. You can keep working. You also want to make sure that you have glue rings. I use different kinds of glue rings depending on the kind of set that I do. If you're going to take my lash class, I do talk more in depth about the different types of glue rings you can use. If you want me to, I can make a video about that also. But it's a blooming ring that you can use, like a flower ring. Those on my Amazon storefront are pink, I believe, but you can tell the difference. And the other ones is just a circle. If you want to start off with just practice lashes, I recommend using, I believe, I don't want to butcher their name, but it's an Amazon store, and I believe it's called VI's or something like that. It's linked in my Amazon storefront, but those are some good lashes to start off with. When you're searching for, or when you're picking the lashes that you need as far as starting off, you're gonna wanna make sure that you're getting some classic lashes. I recommend starting off with 0.15. It doesn't really matter what curl you start off with for practice. You'll get a feel of what kind of curl that you like to work with. And then I also recommend starting off with a few trays of volume lashes. I recommend starting off with, the ones that I use the most are 0.05 and 0.03. 0.07 I may use for a hybrid set, but as far as starting off and practicing with your lashes, I recommend 0.03 and 0.05 volume and 0.15 classic lashes. When you are doing the classic lash search, make sure that the lashes are flat lashes. You don't have to use flat lashes when you're doing the classics. I'm not sure what's listed on my list, but you can use either the round ones, those are the regular classic lashes, and then the flat eclipse lashes are basically, instead of it being a circle, it lays flat on the lash even though it's still that one extension. Let me know if you have any questions about that. I can try to show you a close-up of the difference. Personally, I use my own brand of lash extensions. I found my own vendor after some time, after months and whatnot. Finally found the lashes that I like. It's the perfect density, the perfect kind of shine that I like. Not too shiny, not too matte. They move very well. The bases get very thin. If you're interested in me making a video about how to source and find your own vendors, I can do a video about that too. Just comment down below, baby. I got you. You also want to make sure that you have a nice camera for pictures. That does not mean that you need to get an actual digital camera like I'm recording on now. It just means that you need to, even an iPhone or just a camera with a clear a clear image. I'm not even gonna boost up iPhones right now because I know the big iPhone Android debate, whatever, because low-key I'm an iPhone user, but I can admit that Androids do have a better camera. I can admit that. So whatever kind of phone you got, as long as it got a good camera, that'll do. Then you also want to get lip swabs. You also want to have lash brushes and spoolies. I hand my lash brushes to clients every single appointment. It don't matter if you got 5 in your purse, 5 in the car, 5 at the house. I don't care. Here's another one. Because it's going to be one day when you need it and you don't know where it's at. So yeah, my clients always tell me they have a bunch of them, and that's fine. And then when I say, you also want to get a thing of lash remover. Of course, when people come in to get their lashes removed, sometimes they're getting a lash removal and a lash bath and then a full set again, or sometimes people are taking a lash break and they just want their lashes removed. You want to be able to do that. Then you also want to have lash cleanser. I make my own lash cleanser, and it's a way that you can make your own if you like to, but it's a lot easier, of course, to just order it online on Amazon if you want. If you are in the Metro Detroit area, I do sell lash aftercare kits, and I'm open to selling wholesale if you're interested. If you want me to send you some, if you are in a different state, feel free to message me on Instagram again on my business page, and then we can work something out. I also recommend buying cotton rounds. Of course, you can use paper towel, you can use tissue, I guess, and you can use cotton balls, but I recommend cotton rounds. And I mostly use my cotton, you can use them for any kind of reason, right? But I use my cotton rounds mostly when I'm doing a lash bath to pick up the water. You also want to have a lash dispenser. This is what I use when I'm doing my lash baths. And then to make things a lot easier for you, you're going to want to get a glue shaker. The glue shaker is very, very helpful so that you don't have to, do this in between each appointment, and then, every some odd minutes during the appointment, you could just press the button and let it shake it itself. And then another thing you're going to want to have is a hygrometer. Let me grab mine real quick. This is an example of what a hygrometer looks like. So pretty much the hygrometer gives you all of the details of what's going on in your room. So it gives you the humidity, it gives you the temperature, it tells you if it's dry or wet in your room, and that's one of the things that'll help you figure out what kind of glue to get. But of course, like I said, we can get more in depth of that. We can get more into that in the video specifically for finding your own glue. But that's all of the things that I have. There are extra things that are listed in my Amazon storefront if you're interested, but those are the main things that you'll need to get started as a lash tech. Thanks y'all for watching. This is day 3 of Vlogmas, y'all. We getting it in. If there's any video that y'all want me to do while I'm on a roll, comment down below, and I'll see y'all next time.